I'm listening, or you're not?
I tried to talk sort of fast.
It's hard to talk about both things, so we're all from different backgrounds, so.
So I appreciate Leslie covering basically everything that Port of Portland has as well as very similar projects. I will just stress just a couple of things that that I think you did cover, but just to stress them a little bit more. So a lot of the projects here are geared toward the big E emergency, right? The consultant projects on the shelf for the high-tech equipment for the garage for the big E. This is scalable for that little E, right? Police and fire deal with little E, little emergencies all the time, every day, right? And this works perfectly for those. For example, at the Port of Portland, we had a protest due to presidential actions, right, about a year ago. 1,000 people came and protested in our backyard, right, in our dispatch center area. And so it's easy to get police coming in. You know, we had dozens and dozens of police coming in. It's hard to scale up that dispatch. We need more dispatch consoles to help arrange those police and firefighters that arrive. And so it helps in those kind of little E, but it's also, as Leslie said, it scales up to the big E too, right? Where you have people from BOIC, the city of Portland, coming to our center to do, for example, police dispatch functions because our center isn't functional. And I would say that the port in and of itself is a regional asset, right? Everyone here has been to the port, uses the port, even if it's go to Hawaii like Alice. But everyone here uses the airport. And there's a lot of functions that they're currently doing to make it a resilient area, obviously, so it can survive or be back up and running after a large event, earthquake or whatnot. And like Leslie also said, this all came about because of the RDPO's work already on that CAD-to-CAD functionality. That basically makes things CAD agnostic. The old paradigm, which is still valid, but the old paradigm is right to build a brand new center, offsite, and 12, 15, whatever consoles there. The new paradigm, kind of with the internet age or the crowdsourcing age, is you could put a couple extra consoles in each center, and you can expand that way. We can virtually deploy those as opposed to deploying to a fixed center. We have that larger capability, kind of the internet mindset, right? This is kind of a more modern approach to staffing the 911 community. So I think, and also, Leslie also mentioned this, but that economy of scale. We're already building the centers, we're already outfitting brand new consoles. This is adding a couple more that's not funded, but we already have our IT there, we already have the consultants there, we already have all of that in place. Might as well take advantage of the economies of scale to just finish up. And we specifically need a couple more because we've been in talks with BOIC, obviously, to figure out what would work for them. We could function as one of their backup centers for either one discipline, either police or fire. We obviously aren't big enough to handle everything they do, but we could handle police or fire for them if we had enough consoles. Right now, the way we're staffed, we're a brand new car with 3 tires, right? This would give us that 4th tire to make that car even functional at all for them. So kind of economies of scale there as well. So I'll answer any questions that maybe you had for Leslie or our group. I think that pretty much covers. I don't know if North, you got anything else?
We'll talk about the specific ask and why it is different, because we're looking at providing a different service from just call taking.
So they're very similar. So this would be, like Leslie mentioned, the CAD, the phone system. We're not going to have a phone system. We couldn't support BOIC as a phone provider anyway. We don't have the call taking space. But we would be able to provide the CAD system and the radio system, right? We all know the radio is interoperable throughout the region. So those are really are virtually deployable. It doesn't really matter where the dispatcher's sitting. And one of the things that we haven't done a lot in the region, you've done it somewhat in Clackamas County, but is have dispatchers sit at other locations and see what that feels like, right? You're used to sitting in your group. So I think being able to simulate that or run drills and exercises with BOIC on that would be extremely valuable as well. But I don't know if that's your question as far as,
Yeah,
I mean, we're be CAD and radio equipment for
Yeah,
ours.
so it would be the higher equipment that requires actual dispatch and not just call taking services, which makes a big difference in cost. But I also want to reiterate that the port's providing all the soft costs involved with this, so they're paying that. This is during our construction of our new RCC, which will be resilient, and also they're providing the workstations and the other equipment required. So the match is pretty similar to what the ask is.
Any other questions?
Okay, pretty straightforward. Good job.
Nice sharing. Perfect timing.
So we're still doing well on